Hello, YouTube. Yes, YouTube people. This is Melvina Germain, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I am here to read some poetry for you today. So I say, come and listen to me read some of my poetry. Would you like a cup of tea? Share with me. Mmm, I like that. Every week I come to share with you, or every 2 weeks, whatever it happens to be. I like to share my cup of tea. But there was a time I went into the not the bedroom, into the kitchen, and I wanted to make myself a couple of eggs. I may have read this once before, I'm not sure. And as I was about to break the one egg, all of a sudden these words came to me, and I had to stop and go and pen this little poem called Reality. I held an egg, then realized how fragile life must be. To see the life of a baby chick taken away so easily. Well, here it is in my hand, a simple crack away. A baby chick could have been sitting here this sunny August day. Oh well, back to breakfast. I thought that would be really cute to start this session of poetry with today. Anyway, that happened in August. How long ago was that? I'm not sure what year that was now. Oh, I don't have it marked, so I can't tell you what year that was, but it was in August. Here's a little poem for you called Too Young. Let me read that for you. Oh, you know what I forgot? I'm wondering why I'm having problems looking here. I'm going to have to take myself away for one moment to pick up the poem that I just dropped. So please, pretend you're in my living room with me. Just enjoy yourself in my living room with me while I read my poetry. Uh huh. And I'm going to bend down. Forgive me, please, 1 second. Well, they're all sitting in my hand now. Let's see where it is. It's called Too Young. Try and put them back again and see if we can start all over. Just relax. Life is so difficult as it is. Just relax. Too young. Too young, too young, too young for me. Years presented such an impossibility. I'm smiling large at your imagery and whispering love notes incessantly. Since when do I listen to that judgmental crowd? Instead, I'll scream and holler out loud. 'Tis a beautiful bird touching my soul, you see. Dazzled by its illumination, he bestows upon me. The rain of youth comes along once more, taking me by the hand, walking along the shore, our hair blowing in the coolest wind, living on the edge, let our love begin. Oh, to touch that firm and supple skin. Oh, dream of a queen as she seduces her king. One night with you at pleasure's door. Perhaps you'll come skating back for more. Too young, ah, that's what they say. But we're here to spread optimum joy upon the day. A temporal fusion, two souls ignite. Let it be said, we know what we're doing, oh yes, and we're doing it right. Too young, hey, go for it. Go for it. Not everything is really happy in our lives. Let's try and enjoy ourselves while we can. I remember when I was back home eating at grandma's house, and when I went away to live in Toronto, I would think back to those days of people coming and celebrating. We're having fun, and we're sitting at the table and we're eating with my cousins and so on and so forth. So I was thinking about some of the meals that we would have, and I miss them because I don't cook that stuff anymore. I wish I did. I can, I know how, but I didn't bring my kids up on that. So I don't know when that'll ever happen again. But I wrote a poem called Ma Green. My grandma, everybody calls her Ma Green. Yes, Ah, she was quite the lady, I gotta tell you. Margarine, I'm coming home. Margarine, I'm coming home. Now give me that okra and sweet potato pie, some yellow cornbread with cocoa cuckoo on the side. Throw down some sugar, pickles, pig's feet, black pudding too. Time for a feast, yes, the way them old colored people used to do. Now don't forget coconut sugar cakes and pone and mobby bitters sweetened up real nice. I'm telling you, we gonna have a feast tonight, Marguerite. I'm coming home. Yeah. I like thinking about that. It makes me feel good just reading it. I messed up a little bit. Please forgive me because I'm not going to start this video all over again. You're just pretending that you're in my living room, remember? Okay, that was Ma Green, I'm coming home. But I think a little bit of sadness comes along too in my life. You know, I write poems about my friends, I write poems about people I meet, maybe in the store or if I go to an event. I write poems about things that have happened in the past in my life. I write poems just about anything. And obviously I write poems about little eggs and chicks and fish and all kinds of stuff like that. Now here's a poem about a fella. I call him Bob Salem. That's not his real name, but I knew this fella too. Moras took to whaling on the day dark clouds reigned. It was the death of Bob Salem who fought the gambling game. 'Tis cards, craps, blackjack, and slots. His greed sucked him dry, stomach clenched in knots. Time passed him by. He lay still with a smile fixed on his face. Bob Salem placed his last bet, yes he did, a bullet, his saving grace. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That happens to some people. Yes, it does. A lot of things happen, you know. In 79 years, a lot of things have happened in my life. And I write about them because it helps me. And that way I don't settle into sadness, you know. I can still smile. I can still smile. Anyway, that was Bob Salem. Let's move on, shall we? Let's thank the Lord. Let's thank the Lord. For all you believers out there, I hope you enjoy this poem. And I forgot, of course, to tell you all to like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. I never remember to ask. And of course, I don't get very many views, but you know, maybe later on, who knows what might happen. Maybe. Anyway, like and subscribe if you enjoy even one poem in this segment. Segment 63, by the way, people. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Father God, for the forest and all of the trees, for the beauty of your flowers and the pollinating bumblebees. Thank you for the warmth that comes from the glowing sun and the feeling of peace when a mesmerizing day is done. Thank you for the rainbows, that optical illusion. Yes, we know. The colors oh so vibrant, such a radiant picture show. Thank you for the fish that swims within your glorious sea. And yes, thank you for the scene the eddies perform for thee, and so, so free. Thank you for all the resources you share upon this land, and from a generous and forever loving hand. Thank you for the serene love you bestowed upon all of thee. In abundance, your gifts are the magic of a blessed ministry. Thank you for those precious days when the blessings come to be, that the differences in this world were never a threat to anyone you see. Thank you for the appreciation we may realize late in life, the honor, the respect, and pure love of a husband and a wife. Thank you for the gift of all humanity, no matter the shape of their bodies, the color of their skin, or the language of which they speak, for the poor, for the rich, the strong, and the meek. Thank you, Father God. Yes, thank you. Don't forget to thank Him each day. Thank Him just when you open your eyes that you're here another day. Thank Him. It doesn't hurt. You know, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have poetry. So I decided to try and put a few words down to explain to you how it feels for me to have poetry. What would I do if I didn't have poetry? So I'm going to read that poem for you now. Poetry is my place of peace where no one can interfere. It's a place where I go to be with a true and loyal friend, one whom is always there. You see, poetry knows everything about me. I pour my heart out and spill my deepest secrets into that ocean of poetry. If I didn't have poetry, I don't know what I would ever do, for it takes me to places I never knew. Oh, and the adventures that often come my way are absolutely magnificent on any given day. I can climb a mountain, perhaps Mount Everest. Look, that's me on the highest peak gazing down on all humanity. I can swing from the vines of the most beautiful, elegant trees like an angel with a sickle, cutting down grapes for you and me. I can fly like an eagle, gliding by mountain sides filled with honeybees, or trample the ground like an elephant, strong and free, never worrying about man hunting me. Yes, I can be a dolphin and offer you my belly so you can come swim with me. I can be that peacemaker that brings all mankind together where hate has no place and old man fear loses the race. You see, folks, there isn't anything I can't do. I'm so happy to be able to share this journey of thought with all of you. Well, now, you know so much about me. Please realize I couldn't do any of it without poetry. I love that poem, and I know I wrote it, and I probably shouldn't say it like that, but I love that poem, and I love me too. Anyway, there's another poem here I'd like to read for you. It's called Bamboozled. So see what you think of this poem. Scammers running rampant. We must stop them in their tracks. Will it take a mighty beating with the back of a hand-held axe? You've been slapped in the face, ripped off at the seams. Don't think it's only you who can't escape horrid dreams. Be careful with whom you're dealing and who's writing out your checks. It may be a fraudulent ass ready to pounce on you next. Color is no barrier, as long as the money is green. These tall, stiff walking brutes were the figures in your dreams, dark shadows, dark shadows. Go away and leave me alone. Do you have no compassion for the feeble and the torn? Who are the raging idiots, the scumbags in the pool? Who raises the hammer, banging in another nail? How can we stop them and land their asses in jail? It's the culprit in a three-piece suit. It's that twisted tongue of surprise. It's a sweet-looking angel who stares long in your eyes. It's a false ha-ha of laughter, the mask of golden sun disguise. Don't be a fool drifting long into space. Stand up, take a stand. That might be your saving grace. That poem, Bamboozled, was written January 31st, 2017. Yes. Some of them I remember to put the dates on. Most I don't. I know I've read quite a few poems already, but I want to read one more for you. One more, let's see. Oh, the legend lives. I'll leave that for next week. Awaken is called this poem. This poem is called. We have become weary, tired of facing the drudgery of the day, afraid to open doors or answer phones. We have become creatures of fear. Looking in the mirror, we find truth. Our outer shell is a ruined mess. We failed to truly pass the test. This temple fallen, crumpled to the ground. We've locked ourselves in the closet, hiding behind hidden truths, facing facades created within our minds. Clearly, we are our own worst enemy. Have fear, companionship is here. It visits us in weak moments, triumphs from the fallen meek and leaps like a galloping dragon. Yes, the enemy wears its mighty crown. Feast while you lay upon the ground. Rise up, shed hate and negative emotions. Let your inward beauty glisten with tears of joy. You have what it takes to break away. You hold that power within you, waiting with open arms. It's there for the taking, people. Grasp it. Hold it tight. Hold on with all your might. Step up to the plate. Take your stand. Let the light enter from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Allow yourself to be gloriously led. We are the strength. We have the power. We hold the answers. Release it. Use it. Feast upon it. Become it. That was called Awaken, written November 2nd, 2010. There you have it. Week 63, people. Week 63. Please like and subscribe. Come back and see me again and share with me a cup of tea. Bye for now. Hope to see you next week or next time I come here. Maybe 2 weeks from now. I don't know. God bless you all.